Hi, and welcome to a new episode on Lideria, where we are going to add one more building to this place. I say one more building. I don't know how many buildings are going to end up at Start Base, but we're putting one over there where you see those two blue wool blocks. The reason why I need another building is that I've been planning some stuff out for the city that we're going to be building over at spawn. And I need a lot of limestone, diorite, and just in general, white blocks. So yeah, this is what's going to be producing that. And before we do that, I need to clear out some dirt. I need to clear out some trees. And then we'll get started. Let's start out with a little farm called the Limestone farm, which is basically a cobblestone generator, but then we replace the water with honey. So we'll get power from here, and then I think, if I'm correct, I can probably just connect that up over here. I could probably do this, and that should work, hopefully. Now I do need to get some lava. Well, lava is not the issue. We can get that from the nether. We actually need to get honey. I think honey is going to be the hard part. We've got the beehives over here, so we could move these into a farm. Setting it up wouldn't be that hard, but the question is where will we put it? Maybe we have like a shed over here? You know what, let's just set up something temporary for now, and then we can decorate it later. So we'll grab a tank, we'll grab a pump, fluid pipes, like so. Let's position it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, why not? Let's do that. The question is, where am I getting power from? Kind of makes sense to get it from there. Like that. And then, of course, we switch this one around. Now we just need to move you guys over here. Well, technically, what we probably should be doing is make sure that we can also move the campfires underneath. So probably want this to be like one higher. Why do I feel like they went off somewhere else? But we'll see if they get out here or not. For now, I am going to set up a spout. So we'll have depot here, you there. So that is going to give me not even a bucket worth. So we're still going to have to wait a little bit. While we wait, we can keep going over here, I guess. And at least get some of the frame built up. And maybe even start thinking about power and where we're going to get that from. Don't worry about all of this just yet. That is going to be for future references. We are getting power through the system. And technically, if we get the lava in place, this should work. Right? Well, this is going to produce limestone. You also want to make diorite. In past series, I've always made diorite with either mixer or with mechanical crafters, but I want to see if I can do it with the auto crafter as well. Let's get it placed in. Let's try and get it to face forward, because then I get the nice design on the front. And then we'll need to feed this with 2 pieces of quartz and 2 pieces of cobblestone. Now the cobblestone is the easy part. And actually the quartz is not that bad either. But cobblestone wise, we just need to do this and then have it connect, and then we'll kind of stack another farm like this, but then a cobblestone generator on top to feed it cobblestone. We'll do that over here with a drawer on here. And this will be set to quartz. Maybe we should start locking stuff first. The only thing is with this, we can't have it run out, because we want these to remember what pieces go into what slots. So we're gonna do some redstone magic real quick. So we're basically gonna set a timer. Very simple timer, boom. We'll set it to like 8 ticks. Every 8 ticks we'll get a piece of diorite. But we want to lock this when it's done, or when it's empty, or almost empty. So we'll switch these around. We'll get this to like, what, 200? Right, and then this should lock if I have a piece of redstone. This should lock our timer. Yes. And that's it. So there's technically no create power required for this. But I am going to put a separate cobblestone farm on this, because this one over there is already running on its last resort. So before we do any of this, I'm going to build a second floor. We'll kind of just put up a second floor. I don't have a design for the walls yet, but we might as well just get a second floor up there. And then I'll get back to you once I have space for a cobblestone farm. We've all seen myself build plenty of these. Let's move this one to the other side. But this is just your standard, good old-fashioned cobblestone farm. Just a 5 drill design. Beautiful. So that is now gonna fill up this. I'm gonna fix that real quick, but for now, I think we should probably lock this guy. So there we go. This will be like that. Let's go and grab some quartz real quick. And that is gonna be diorite. Okay, before we get working, I probably should hook up another drawer for diorite itself, right? And then I want to hook this up, but we'll hook it up from underneath. Now I really want to get this one finished up. So let's see if I've got 5 buckets of honey now. The honey isn't fully filled up, but I think this might work because it is making contact on every spot. So we'll just try it out and see what it does. Okay, that is looking good. I also hooked up our Frogport's system. So now we are getting stuff in here, so I can open this up if I wanted to, and that should start making diorite as well. Oh right, I disconnected this guy. Okay, so diorite, limestone are being produced. We are going to need some upgrades though, and then we'll use 1 for each, like that. Which probably should give us enough backup storage. Now that we're making diorite though, I also want to turn it into... There is another block. I think it's from Decor and Design. But Dolomite. Design and Decor. And that is made by cooking diorite, which we can easily do in this little nook over here. Let's see how you're doing. I'll make a simple smelter setup for some Dolomite. And then we'll get back up here to produce some ash, which I am excited about. As I said, little simple smelter setup. We do get Dolomite now. We are still producing diorite, and we're also still producing limestone, which is nice. How are we doing on this guy? Overall, it's draining, but not fast enough to be worried about. But yeah, now we're gonna start on making ash bricks, which is gonna be something different because we're gonna need a lot more space for this, and we are gonna start with turning some of this stuff into infested stone. This is a pretty similar setup as our quartz washing machine. We are cooking up stone into regular stone, and then we're haunting it into infested stone right here. And then now we can use that to, 1, spawn a lot of silverfish, and then we're gonna cook those, burn them actually, and that is gonna drop ash. Okay, let's see. This is gonna be an entire column dedicated to this farm, basically. So if I put my deployer under here, this is what's gonna place the infested stone. Then I want my drill up here. And then I do want a sign here. Just sign. We're gonna get rid of you for now. I think that's about it. We're gonna get you in place. Then I need a bucket of lava again. Just gonna put that in there. And now we just need to supply it with power, which we can probably just take from here somewhere. And so now, technically, if I connect this up, this guy should place a block of infested stone, and the drill should break it. There we go. And there we go. Ash. We'll put that in there. The thing is with ash, it only drops from either wood that burns or entities that burn. So, yeah, this is, I think, the easiest way to do it without having to move spawners and like having to have spawners active. And this is like passive. I can be busy over there and this would still run. And it's quite fast. I mean, you could size this up, like you could have a row of these and this would be faster. Talking about ash blocks, we might as well turn the ash that we have into blocks. So that's gonna be the next step, but I'm gonna put like, not really a third floor, but I'm gonna use, do I have, I don't think I have them just yet. Oh, right here. I'm gonna use these to kind of cover this section. Like so. So to turn the ash into ash bricks, we're just gonna cook them like we do with normal clay bricks, right? Now we need to turn these bricks, or these bricks into brick blocks, which is a 4x4, like that. Or we can do it with a press in a basin, if I remember correctly. This, we're gonna set a filter on here as well. Right, and then we'll do depot here with a stop block right there so nothing goes over. Input right there. Now, I don't know where that just went, but I'm gonna put the actual storage box for this over here. And that should now be connected to this guy. Okay, these are all good. And I think farm-wise, we're pretty good. Oh, hello, Mr. Parrot. Yeah, I like it. Now, I do want to bring a system in here that is going to empty our drills as well. Maybe not with drawers. Maybe we'll put like a couple of vaults in the basement that are just going to bulk store stuff like cobblestone and stuff like that. Which I can then access through, I don't know, probably a stock ticker or a stock keeper somewhere set up over here. Alrighty, so we haven't really gotten the building in just yet, but I have a little basement set up with a vault that has some stuff in it, and we have another dog over here, which is connected to that stuff. Now this dog is just gonna be our, you know, kind of guy to make sure that we can take this guy. I'm gonna demonstrate the entire thing. We put down our drill on the correct spot, of course, and we get it started. And then once we're done, we pick it up. Of course, we put down a couple of torches so that we are good for mob spawning. And in here, we grab you, put you back, and we have it all go down into this vault. And even better, into here, as you can see. And then afterwards, we can grab everything that we want to get out of here, send it up into this chest, and then we either take it to the workshop to process the ore, or we drop it off into our normal storage. Now, the only thing that I need to do is get a building around the rest of the farm. So, yeah, I'm probably going to do that in a time lapse, and then I'll get back to you when I'm done. We have a building. It's quite big, just for like a simple building, but that's because all the farms in it are pretty big. But it does need some more decoration outside here. And I was thinking, I was hooking up the drill over here, which, you know, not my favorite thing. But what if we would be able to put it down over here somewhere? So if I grab it, let's say like right here, making sure we're not in the building. Yeah, that way it doesn't stick out as much, which, you know, would be great. And then we'll grab all of this. And then if we put you in there, that should now have moved into storage. Yeah. Alright, so we'll continue the path up. I feel like we should have like some kind of a depot, because we're also kind of processing ores, I would say. We're storing ores in here, right, in blocks, but also quartz. So I'm almost tempted to get some ores, some diorite and stuff in here, and store it together. Okay, let's figure out the size of this thing. Yeah, I think that should be big enough of like an area. Also looks big enough from the side. And then I think it'll be good if we get the pathway in first and then do all the gravelly bits like we've done over here. We've got a little bit of an enclosed space, and I have some stuff. I feel like getting some workbenches in here might be a good idea. We can put in a little crate or a couple of crates, maybe a chest or two. Then we'll put out a couple of stacks of just ore blocks. I got these diamonds as well. Just some diamonds there. Some ores, and then I think outside of the ores I want to add some calcite, diorite and stuff, all the white-ish blocks that we're producing. I probably should put void upgrades on these so I don't start spitting limestone everywhere. Oh, I don't, dude, you know what I should make is an obsidian farm. If I remember correctly, I should be able to make one with the lava that we're producing. And let's go and take a look at where we can put this. We have space on the top floor over here. We also have space on the top floor over here. So I do kind of think that this might be a good... Although this would also make sense. We do also have space in here. Like lots of space in here. There, and then I probably... What I'm gonna do is have like a tank in here that's a backup for lava. Right here. And then we'll do... Do I have pipes? I do. Not enough, though. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna go and grab a speed controller real quick so I can turn up the drills a lot. Okay, that's better. I don't know if this one's breaking though. Can't see it. It is. Okay, good. So that is now an obsidian farm. Wasn't planning on doing that, but hey. Let's do void upgrade on this one. Void upgrade on that one. And I think that's about it. I kind of... In a way, I also want to do void upgrade on the ash, but I don't think that's going to be a problem very soon. So... and then we want a void upgrade up here as well. But we're not backing up just yet. I feel like I'm missing things. I want to put some spare parts for the drill. Sure, that works. That works. It's basic, but it works. Oh, I still need to replace that as well. A bit of a wider base, an anchor, as you would say. And then we get some more trees in here, I guess. Get some more trees, get some grass, make it look a little better. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this one we can redo. I don't like the flat tops on these. Yeah, that's better. Next up is this thing. This thing has been way too slow for my liking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redo the entire thing, add more crushers to the gravel because it's backing up right now, right? So for now, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna let these get through. Okay, so those are all spinning the right direction now. Let's check all the belts first. Those are going well. I still need to power this guy though. How am I gonna do that? See if this works. There we go. Alright, let's see. How fast is this now? Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. It's a mess, but it does fit. I actually quite like it. I quite like how it's all tiered up. But when we add some supports and some like stuff here and there, it might actually look even better. Okay, so we're hiding some facts, but mostly because I can't reach them. And then we'll do a little bit of a safety rail right here, and then we might as well get one set up in here just to limit our access, and I think we're good. We do need some light here and there, but again, we can hide these in spots where it's like not obvious where they are, you know? I am curious if we're gonna be able to keep up with our demand, because our farms, we're relying heavily on both sand and gravel, but we're looking good on gravel. Sand's a bit of a harder one. Because the sand, we do go through a lot more. Now, give me some time to decorate the inside of this building, and then I guess we'll meet back. I got some things in here. I got all the workbenches in place that I need to do any of the, like, cut diorite and cut dolomite and stuff. And then all of the chip blocks that we're ever gonna need. I give our little doggo a new bench. I also went and did some mining with the drill. And honestly, upstairs, I haven't done almost anything. Put some barrels down, but that's about it. I kind of just like the vibe of this area on its own. I did end up taming the bird, the parrot, but he's just, you know what? You can sit right there. There you go. Good. But yeah, this is the inside of our little new block production area. We are backing up pretty well. I don't know how we're dealing with. I need to fix that up, but I don't know how we're doing on. Yeah, we've gone through all of this already. We're actually. This is an update that I did on stream, or an upgrade I did on stream, but I added another 2 sets of drills on the cobblestone. So we're actually going through cobblestone faster than we can produce it. So we might have to fix that someday. But I do like the vibe of this new area. Just in general, I like that we have an entire new building full of farms, an upgraded gravel and sand farm, and then 2 temporary little farms, all in one episode. Which, you know, a very productive day. And if you liked it as much as I did, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and I'm gonna end it right here. Next episode, we'll get working on the city build, so be sure to tune in with that video, and I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you in that one. Bye.